The number one complaint I get about water flossers is, it's messy. My name is Whitney and I'm a registered dental hygienist. Let's talk about how to use a water flosser properly so your bathroom doesn't turn into a messy, wet water fountain. And before we get started, let me say that yes, anyone can benefit from using a water flosser. However, some people may benefit from them more than others. I will link my water floss versus string floss video in the description box below if you'd like to learn more. But for the purpose of this video, let's talk about how to use the dang thing. First of all, don't get discouraged if you've been making a huge mess. Remember, when you learn something new, it takes time to get the proper technique to get good at it. No worries, you'll get good at water flossing in no time. So let's begin by filling up your water basin with warm water. I prefer warm water because I'm like, who wants freezing cold water on their teeth? But maybe you do. You do you. Note that some water flossers hook right into the faucet, but most of the newer models have a basin, like you see here, that you will fill up the reservoir and then place it back onto the base. Next, select the best tip for yourself. I'm using the default regular tip, but there's additional options for braces and other things. So talk with your dental provider and they will help you decide which tip is best for you. Generally, anyone can use the regular default tip, so insert your tip into the handle, then decide which pressure setting you're going to use. Some units don't even have any kind of dial or levels of settings. I usually don't recommend those ones to my patients. I prefer there to be some kind of dial, whether it's 1 through 10 or low, medium, high, or different settings for your gums. You just don't want only one pressure level option. If it just turns on and off, it's usually not the best water flosser. So if you have the pressure dial, I recommend starting in the middle, even like 3 or 4, maybe on the lower end of the middle. But if it feels too gentle and you want more, of course turn it up. But if it's hurting you or you feel like you're power washing your gums and it's stinging and uncomfortable, then turn it down. You should never use a setting that hurts. Everyone's gums are different. Everyone will respond differently to different settings. The best advice I have is to use a setting that feels like a comfortable massage, that feels good. You don't have to power through it if it hurts on a high setting. Turn it down if it hurts. Now, check to see if you have 1 or 2 on buttons. I like the units that have 2 on buttons just because it's easier to stay less messy. Like if it has an on button on the unit and also another one on the handle itself. Because this way you could turn the unit on right away and the water flow won't start yet. Then you have time to lean over the sink and get situated with the tip that is not flowing water in your mouth yet. Then once you're ready and the tip is inserted into your mouth, press the on button on your handle while keeping your lips pursed like you're about to kiss someone.
There you go. And then you press the on once it's in your mouth.
As you floss, you want to close your lips enough to prevent splashing. Never stare at yourself in the mirror with your mouth open because water will go everywhere. This is where most people mess up because they want to see what they're doing. But you really have to just feel what you're doing. Feel the pressure. You can't be looking in the mirror. For best results, feel where your gum line is. Maybe even check it out beforehand. Practice without the water spraying. Feel where your teeth meet your gums and aim the tip around 90 degrees at the gum line and guide it along from tooth to tooth, pausing for a second between each tooth. So you really want to walk it along the gum line. It's okay to pause for a second in between where you would traditionally use string floss. That's where you can remove lots of debris. And then keep going on to the next tooth. Pause, pause, pause. Pause. It's usually easier for me to start with the back teeth and move forward, and then I do that throughout my whole mouth. Once you're done with the fronts, you're welcome to do all of the backs as well. This sometimes takes a little more technique, extra technique with making sure you keep your mouth closed enough, but practice really does make perfect. The more you do it, the more it will be easy to do without making a mess. Quick recap, lean over the sink, don't press on until your mouth is closed, and then guide the water along from tooth to tooth. You should always be moving it. Don't leave it in one spot for too long, but it's okay to take that brief pause. Pause, pause, like that, in between the teeth. Also, you don't really want to press the tip of the water flosser right against the gap of your teeth. I recommend to my patients that they just aim it at the gap. Again, always check with your individual dental provider and how they prefer you to use it in your individual mouth. This is just a generalized video, but overall, I love a water flosser. It helps keep our gums healthy by stimulating them with high pressurized water. Again, check out that other video of mine to learn about who benefits the most from using water flossers. And if you made it this far in the video, I would assume that you really do care about your dental health. So if you want to do everything you can at home to continue improving your dental health, my free oral care guide is also linked below in the description box, which includes tutorials for toothbrushing, flossing, nutritional advice, anything and everything you need for healthy teeth. This guide is an action plan for preventing and maintaining a healthier and happier smile, and I hope this video helped you. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if it did. And if you want even more teeth talk, you can visit my website, teethtalkgirl.com, and hang out with me on Instagram at teethtalkgirl. Peace, love, and teeth.